Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another review. Yes, this is my first impression review series, which is continuing its trek across rock and metal. Well, it's basically only just started, but it's continuing because it's already started and it's going on. Stop. Speak normally. Be normal. Can I do that? I don't know. I think this is why the few people that like my stuff tune in to go, hey, he's rambling again. And that's what I do. What's a first impression review, you might ask? It's basically an unfair review in many ways, because it's just one listen to an album to see what it's like. Now, why am I doing that? There's so much music out there. I want to listen to as much as I can. And I want to try loads of things. But getting an album, listen to it, you have to do a proper review. You've got to listen to it loads of times, really. You've got to listen to it loads of times to get a proper feel for it. And who's got time for that all the while, especially if you don't own the albums? Now, first impression review, I listen to a whole album. I'm not going out there like a lot of people, just clicking on a song and going like, it's been 2 seconds, I'm bored already, turn it off. I'm giving it a damn chance. The whole album. So, checks and balances. Basically, if I like the album, it's going to get a thumbs up, potentially, purchase. Maybe, not sure, either way, but it might get a thumbs down. And thumbs down doesn't mean to say it's a bad album, it just means it's not for me. So anyway, this review, Rishloo. Rishloo is a band I've recently discovered thanks to you know who, you people out there. They come from the United States, who were formed in 2002 in Seattle. But they're not a grunge band. Remember grunge? Seattle sound? No, they're not, but they're very experimental. They're very on the verge. I would say they're on the verge between going way out there and being good melodic prog. They're a progressive band that does it all. They managed to stop tipping over the edge and going into territory where you go like, I can't keep up with it, I don't understand, especially a first listen video, a single listen video, a single listen review where you go like, what do I think of that? A single listen for these guys you'd think is unfair anyway because of the type of stuff they do, but they do have a lot of melody and hooks in their sound. Within each song they manage to hook you, trap you, get you by that, and keep you there, and make you go, yeah, I want to listen to it again. So yes, I've just ruined the lead. I've just ruined the end. The lead and the end. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's basically, this is a thumbs up review straight away. Straight away I can tell you. So right now you can just turn off. If you're interested, I did a song called Landmines from this album, which is it's somewhere here at the end of the video. I'm not putting it out now. Maybe I will. I don't know. I've got to learn things. I'm very lazy. I might not learn it. I'll just put it at the end because I'm very lazy. Anyway, Rishloo. This album. Got to remember the title. The title. They like their silly titles, especially of their albums. Their last album was Feather Gun in the Garden of the Sun, or at least the song was, and I think the album is as well, which I'm interested in as well. This album is Living as Ghosts with Buildings as Teeth, and this is their last album, which was 2014. Now 2014, 6 years ago, you're starting to go, will they be back? From what I can see out there online, they are about, but of course everything's done through crowdsourcing and all that sort of stuff. So basically they haven't got a record deal. There are plenty of progressive bands out there that are just fairly, they've got record deals. Why haven't these guys? It's a very strange thing. Basically, what do I think? What do I think their sound encompasses, at least on this album? Effectively, to me, they come across, especially because of the vocal lines at times, but I think we've got the Mars Volta, especially for a lot of the vocal lines, crossed with Leprous. A lot of the song structures and styles, especially when they go ambient and they try new roots, new melodic roots. It's very Leprous-like, and his vocals are they sort of go backwards and forwards between Leprous and Mars Volta, really, vocals. It's like they swim in a sort of hard rock, metal, yet psychedelic haze with classic rock and metal stretches throughout. It's an interesting soup that even just one listen makes me go, wow. Now I've heard Feathergun from their previous album, which was 2007. So was it 2007? Let's have a check. I've got a handy hint thing on here somewhere. If I can bloody find it. Can I find it? Yeah, there we are. 2010. No, 2010. They had one in 2007, and the first one was 2004. But Feathergun was amazing. I've listened to it a couple of times. I think that's still my favourite song, but I've only listened to it. Yeah, it's about four. Landmines on this album. From this album, I've listened to 3 times, so it's not a single listen for that song. I've listened to it a couple of times, once for my reaction, once since then, and then once on the whole album. So I've heard a couple of those songs, and they are experimentalists. I mean, yes, people go progressive metal, it's progressive rock, whatever. It's all about experimenting, even though a lot of progressive bands aren't necessarily like that. There's different facets to what is classed as it. But yeah, experimentalism is what they do, and they do it in a way that doesn't alienate the viewer at all. The viewer, the listener. You're not alienated at all. It just works. It works perfectly. They bring out, the moment they seem like they're going to some place that you can't follow them, at least on a first listen, they bring out the, hey, here's this little piece of melody. Listen to that hook. It's like, ooh, nice guitar solo. Ooh. It's like, oh, it just keeps you interested, keeps you keen. Basically, this album seems to be all about the quiet, loud dynamic, a lot of it. It's all about building sound around up until you get to like an epic volume, and then it, just as you're like going, they draw it all back in. They sort of deconstruct the whole thing and bring it back down to a more ambient sort of sound. And you're like, and then they build it all back up again. They're teasers, that's what they are, they're teasers. This album is made up of 8 songs, around the 50-minute mark. I think it's just over 50 minutes. Opens up with the great, I'm reading stuff now because I'm not going to memorise all this. I had to write things down, just jot notes as you went along, so that's the way I roll. No hard journalism here. This is just, it's all about feeling, really, with me, and if you don't feel it, that's the way it goes. But anyway, first song opens up, The Great Rain Beetle. It's pretty aggressive opening. It's got some great guitar through lines. I really like the hooks and melodies of the song. Second song, Landmines. Already listened to Landmines once. Nice, gentle opening, and it seems a complete opposite to Beetle. But then, of course, the heaviness comes crashing in around you. Again, just like Beetle, it doesn't really jump into the WTF territory. It's there for you all times. It has some beautiful, melodic, gentle pieces within its structure, and then it's followed by a fantastic solo. Like it. It doesn't last long enough, but none of their solos really last long enough, but it sort of bleeds into an even more epic closure, and you're thinking like, yep, second time, third time, this is the third time now I've heard this. Yeah, this is probably going to be the best song on the album. And when Dead Rope Machine comes in, Beatles' a great song, but it's not as good as Landmines. Dead Rope Machine comes in, it's not as good as Landmines either, but they're still both great songs. Dead Rope Machine's a little off-kilter start, feels a little different in its vibe, gentler, feels mostly relaxed at times. The vocals almost, not quite, but almost feel like they're almost spoken rather than sung. Of course, there is singing in there, and he's singing all the way through. It's just the tempo makes it feel like he's more speaking in a lilting kind of manner. It has a moody feel to the song, and unlike the first 2 songs, mostly stays on track. We have the same tempo, which builds from vocal atmospherics until it gets to a crescendo of sound again at the end. It's more, hey, let's not go crazy on this one, let's just relax. Because we're about to give you Dark Charade. Dark Charade is an epic song. It's over 10 minutes long. It is the centerpiece of the whole album. It has all the great classic progressive elements in an epic song, as you would expect. Really at the start you're thinking, it's quite traditional. Then it goes all Rishloo. Chaos ensues. 3 minutes, basically 3 minutes in, and then it goes, hey, you're in a new song. It's the same song, but you're in a new song. We went from one melodic thing to another melodic thing, with a little bit of a whoop in between. And the whoop is a very minimalist synthy synth and drums sort of thing. You could say drum and bass, no, synth and drums, really. And then the new song starts up with a chugging guitar sort of riff going along with it. Once again, it does its Rishloo thing. They get epic. The 6 minute mark, they're like, whoa! And then it's like, hey, bring it back. It's like, almost as if they, it's almost as if they feel that you can't cope with too much epicness. That too much epicness will make you just go, ugh. So they drag it back down so you can go, whew, and, give you a bit of a relaxed time. I think it's a pretty damn awesome epic song. One listen is definitely not enough for this album, but this is what you got from a first impression. So on to Salutations. This is different from all the stuff that came before it. It's ambient, melodic ambience. It's very moody, more synth-based, more vocal-based. It was definitely a song that was driven more by the vocal performance, very laid back, but it's followed on by Radio, which again is another gentle atmospheric track. It has a bit more up-tempo moments that make it a bit more easy listening in comparison to Salutations. Almost radio friendly. Okay, I won't say that. It's the way it seems set up is that normally you'd think, well, the band go off and these two songs, if I put them on the same album, would be split up away from each other, so it makes me think maybe they go together, sort of, at least in terms of a musical package and a musical idea. But Radio, like a lot of Rishloo songs, decides it's going to get a little epic towards the end, which always makes you go, ooh, that's nice. Finally, no, not finally, Winslow. Almost forgot about Winslow, because there you are, trying not to look at the notes, going like, because there's Just a Ride, which is finally, Winslow, because I just went, is that what I meant? That wasn't the right amount of tracks. Probably the reason I forgot about it almost, was it started off slow and gentle, like the last two songs before it, very much so, but then about 30 seconds in we get a guitar explosion, and we get a good steady rock beat, and we get what's probably now Rishlooisms. This one, the guitar's giving the, hey, let's go! You've had all the synths and drums going and a little other strange electronica and things going on, and some of the other tracks. It's time to just go, ah! And that's exactly what they do. And of course, being Rishloo, they move away from the normal narrative sound structure at times within the song, just to go like, hey, we can screw around, we don't mind, do you mind? And it's like, once you're sucked in, you can go, no, don't. If you go off on a tangent and just go crazy and don't really put any melody in it, eventually I might fall away. But if you just do it for a very short burst and then come back to another melody, I'm probably hooked. And you know what? Probably am. So, final song, Just a Ride. I mean, this song has pretty damn good structure of clean, gentle, heavy, crazy. It has great up-tempo, even sing-along moments as well in this song. You've probably got one of the most commercial songs on the album. I think this is a pretty damn good song, but does it have the gravitas of a great ending? It's a good ending. Is it a great ending? I think the Dark Charade is great and has a great ending. Maybe that should have been at the end, but that's just one of those sort of things you can go like, hey, let's discuss something, and people go, you're wrong, and I go, I'm right, and they go, you're right, and I go, I'm wrong, what? And things like that. Overall, epic, heavy, chaotic, ambient, Mars Volta Leprous, progressive, experimentalist, melodic, I've said that already, hooky, all round, damn good, interesting album, damn great album. Why aren't these guys, why haven't they been signed? Are they not interested? Is it just like a nice little part-time sort of thing for them? They write over several years before they get started. I mean, maybe that's the reason why this album anyway, in particular anyway, is so well structured, because they've spent long time writing, perfecting the sound, make sure it doesn't go crazy, and it can link the listener up and things. Or maybe I'm just making that up. Great album, definitely thumbs up all the way. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you enjoyed this review, let me know. Let me know what you enjoyed. Don't let me know what you didn't enjoy, because I'm never going to be able to change it, because I'm just me. There you go. Nice and easy. Hope you did enjoy it. Anyway, thumbs up if you did. Subscribe, share, comment. Let me know other albums you want me to jibber jabber on about. If you want to give me some help, PayPal is below. Let me have some suggestions and things. If you want suggestions with a little bit of that, would probably make me go, oh crap, I've got to do it, and push it forward even more, because I'll probably get round to doing it anyway. You don't need to pay, you know. It's just nice, because eventually I'll be able to get a computer that actually works better than the ones I've got. Also, if you want to send me some stuff by email, the email link's below. If you want to send me some stuff physically, just let me know in an email. I'll set up a PO box for you to send me something to. And that's all there is for me.